In the mountains of Lesotho, people live in remote villages. They survive by farming the land and gathering their own food and wood. But overgrazing and chopping down trees for firewood has led to deforestation, and deforestation has led to serious erosion. Huge dongas or gullies are robbing people of topsoil, making it hard for farmers to grow crops. Mapulane Mporwane has a small subsistence farm of her own. She knows that erosion has become a serious problem and is part of a group that is trying to find a solution. Today, Mapulane is heading off to a nearby village where her learning group meets every week. The group members tackle common environmental problems in their area and learn literacy skills at the same time. The group creates a community map to help them assess the conditions in their community and identify problem areas. They draw the map on the ground and everyone helps to mark important landmarks. Different people know different areas well and have different areas of knowledge. So the whole group has to get involved to be sure that the map is accurate. The group maps out roads, rivers, dongas and farms using paint, plants and bottle tops. Once the group agrees that the map is accurate, they copy the map into their workbooks, while other group members draw the map onto a large piece of paper. Members of the group who can write well label and date the map, while people who cannot yet read carefully copy the information. Group members signed out the ways to help those learning to write and read. Over the next few months, these drawings will change as the group works out solutions and implements them. After completing the map, the group discusses what they can do to solve the problems they have identified. The different areas are all noted down, and eventually they have several suggestions to look into. In the past, many ideas have emerged. Ramurosi Ralijela suggested building a fuel-saving structure like this to save wood. These pit toilets were suggested and designed at a previous group meeting. Another suggestion from the group is that they plant groups of trees to keep the topsoil from washing away. In one of the valleys near the village, Kwena Makrata has started reclaiming a donga on his land by building gabions or rock walls to stop the topsoil from being washed away when it rains. The learning circle decided to approach Kwena to learn about gabions for their own project. In the upcoming months, this group will gather the resources and knowledge to combat the extensive problem of deforestation in their community. As part of this process, the group may need to write letters to people outside of their community. Group members assist each other so that the whole group can read and write the letters. Learning groups and community mapping exercises are tools that any community can use to share information, tackle problems, and improve literacy skills. Ngai is a town in the Matebeleland North Province of Zimbabwe. Ngai has some basic infrastructure, but the rural villages around Ngai have very few resources of their own. Mgini Sibanda is from a primary school in Matendele. Today he has an important task to perform. He has been selected by his school to go to the Ngai Community Library and choose books for his classmates. He does this with Nkosilo Thando Maphosa, a donkey cart librarian. Mgeni is choosing books while Nkosilo Thando and Sihle Mloyi, the librarian, choose books for teenagers and adults. This project to share books and information with isolated villages is part of the Rural Libraries and Resources Development Program. The founder and Secretary General of the RLRDP, Obadiah Moyo, designed these innovative cards. He realized that donkeys were common in Zimbabwe and that a donkey cart library would be the perfect way to give rural people access to library books. Today, the cart has a fairly short journey of 4 kilometers, but Nkosilo Thando and his donkeys can travel up to 12 kilometers to deliver books. At Matendele Primary School, a crowd has gathered to wait for the Donkey Cart Library. The children love reading, but the cart only comes once every few weeks. The children are very careful to choose a book that will last until the next library visit. The cart does not only carry storybooks, it also brings textbooks and school books for the high school pupils and reading books for the adults. Because the community has access to such a wide variety of books, the literacy skills here are very high. After the cart's arrival, everyone finds a quiet place and starts to read. The whole village is silent as people lose themselves in their new books. Once all the books have been checked out, Nkosi Lothando closes up the cart and sets off back to the community library. The people of Nkai have made a plan to transport books using donkeys. But every rural community can transport books from their nearest library using livestock, bicycles, boats, or even their feet. A library doesn't have to be in a building. A library can move around. As these stories show, sharing information enriches the lives of people throughout Southern Africa. Libraries and learning centers can grow from a child's story, the words of an elder, a community map, or a collection of herbs. Books can be made by hand, stored in a classroom, or transported over long distances. Every community has the skills and the knowledge to preserve and share ideas between individuals, between generations, and even with other communities.